Welcome back to It's About to Get Real, where it's getting real romantic. For today's romance, how about a little genre bending? And stick around after the tape to see an intimacy coordinator break down the scene.
I usually play more domineering characters, more angry characters, so I'm looking to get out of that and play something a little different, play off someone else's energy. For the scene, I would like it to be more genre-bending, like Hunger Games, Maze Runner, Percy Jackson. Definitely a queer romance scene because there's not enough of those in modern media and there should always be more. Or like a light and dark kind of thing, which would be really cool.
Logan was open to a lot of things. What really struck me, honestly, was the genre-bending aspect. They referenced Percy Jackson, Perks of Being a Wallflower, and those two projects are quite different, but there is a coming-of-age aspect in the Venn diagram of both. Now, to be honest, the genre-bending part came more as an afterthought, even though that was what inspired me the most. I wanted to really give Logan a character that was softer and maybe a bit playful, but not in a super sardonic way. And so I came up with this impromptu self-defense lesson, as we all get every now and then, right, guys? Right? And as I was writing the scene, I was like, what is different about these two? And then suddenly, I just was taken back to Blade Runner and thought, what if Everett is an android? And that's where the genre bending comes in. So it's like a sci-fi coming-of-age romance, you could say. Are they fighting dragons or demigods? No. But they are discussing the differences and perhaps the similarities between artificial intelligence and humans. Very, very topical. In just a moment here, I'm going to show you Logan's self-tape, but remember, afterwards, an intimacy coordinator has analyzed this scene. So you're going to want to stick around to see that breakdown. All right, roll the tape.
Wait,
I didn't even start.
we're gonna be late.
Yeah, if you keep telling me to stop before we even began, I won't kill you.
No, I can't.
You asked for a lesson.
I thought you'd teach me how to throw a punch or flip someone over my shoulder. How about I choke you?
That won't work. You're more fragile. Makes more sense that you should practice getting out of choke.
It's a movie.
Stop stalling.
Are you mad at me? Have I said something to hurt your feelings? Or you just seem... You've kind of been an ass.
Oh, that wasn't my intention. I'm deeply sorry, Drew.
What are you thinking?
I can't say.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't. I don't know how to describe it.
Why are you mad at me?
I'm not mad. That's not the right word. I'm worried. You're weak. Someone could easily hurt you.
What are you thinking? I want to know.
You know, I don't think. It's just funny that you say it anyways.
You think.
I process.
What's the difference?
Humans think. Machines process.
We're gonna be late for the movie, so...
I get these artifacts in the data. I know your skin is soft. It's warm. Sometimes sweaty, especially your hands. Maybe I just need a reboot, because lately when I touch you, you're so fragile, it upsets me. If you die, I can't rewire you back on. It's unfair. I wish you were like me.
What if you were like me?
I wouldn't trade my superior form for something unsubstantial.
Oh, superior. Unsubstantial. I didn't realize being a human being was cringe. Thanks.
Have you ever kissed an android?
Wow.
I can hear your heart. It's going...
Okay, I get it. No. Have you ever kissed a human?
Yes.
Who?
You, if you let me.
Despite the rumors, intimacy coordinators are not just for the actors and director. They're there for everyone on set. And one day, I hope you get the beautiful experience of working with one. But before then, it might be helpful to see how an IC breaks down material. This intimacy coordinator has not seen the tape that you and I just watched. Their analysis is purely based on the sides that I sent them and that are now available for you and I to try out on the free acting scenes folder. Welcome to a new segment where I invite experts to evaluate my writing. This is The Breakdown.
Hello, my name is Lotus Lain, and I'm an intimacy coordinator based out of Los Angeles, California. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm going over the scene with Drew and Everett. So Drew is a human character, and Everett is an android or robot alien character. I would talk to them both with starting off with asking if they've worked with an intimacy coordinator before, or if they've worked with each other or this production before, if they've done any kind of intimate scenes before. If they have or have not, I would ask how those scenes have gone before, how those instances working with previous intimacy coordinators have gone, just to get a feel of their experience level and where they might be coming from in terms of positive, negative, neutral feelings about working with an intimacy coordinator. So with that said, it seems like the most intimate touch is happening with Everett's hand on Drew's neck throat area. So I'm gonna ask how Drew feels about that, how it lands for them. I don't want to plant ideas in their head. I want to hear from them directly. And especially because Everett's hand is going to be there for a prolonged amount of beats, I just want to know how that will feel for them and if there's any added support that I can provide if it's something that they are not 100% comfortable with or feel that the prolonged hold would be necessary for. Sometimes these things come up. So I'll ask Everett the same thing on the opposite side, how they feel about their hand on someone's throat, if they don't feel like confident in that coordination, I can come in with the support that I can provide from previous training, especially in a training I had with violence with intimacy and how to safely place their hand on someone else's throat to where it still looks forceful but without applying any actual force. And there's going to be a moment of tenderness where the touch lingers on the pulse and the breath. So I'd like to establish a moment between the two actors before shooting where we kind of establish these moments of touch and how they will feel as far as pressure and placement. So that will be all worked out within the rehearsal. I'll assure them that I'll be on set if needed. We can also call for a closed set. They don't share any other deeper intimacy besides the hand on the neck throat area from Everett to Drew and a longer sense of prolonged kind of tension building. So I'll make sure that they know to take longer moments with delivering those lines so that tension can really build up and crest to the moment at the end of the scene where the kiss is proposed from Everett to Drew. With that said, hopefully that will provide them the groundwork and foundation that they need to build from to create a beautiful scene from there.
This was such a fun one to write, and I hope it's fun to act as well. If you want to give it a shot, this scene is now in the free acting scenes folder. And if you are not an actor and don't know if you fall within the usage of this scene, shoot me an email so I can tell you yes.